Kourtney Kardashian has finally had enough of her sisters allegedly bullying her, and she's finally ready to start fighting back. If you know the Kardashian family, then you probably are aware of the fact that these sisters, especially Kourtney and Kim, have had the most toxic relationship since forever. I'm not even joking. It's like they've had beef since their diaper days, and recently the stakes are getting higher, with the beef getting even more heated as Travis Barker, Kourtney's new husband, has finally stepped in to support his wife and called out her sisters for her alleged bullying. Fans of the family are starting to see reasons with Kourtney as a result of the recent incidents, which have shown the extent of Kim's resentment. Let me just say that the streets are now buzzing about this. Calling out Kim's unrestrained hostility against her sister, from attempting to ruin her sister's wedding to giving a vapid speech at the ceremony that was picked up on by fans to working covertly with Dolce & Gabbana just months after her sister used them for her wedding, Kim is definitely on a bullying spree. Surprised? Definitely not. And only a few days after Kourtney announced her pregnancy, which, by the way, she hardly acknowledged, Kim made an appearance on Hailey Bieber's show and disparaged her sister. Even for Kim, this is a new low. It appears at this time the public is siding with Kourtney. But do you want to know who else is siding with Kourtney? Travis has criticized Kim and Khloe for their ongoing harassment. There are whispers that Travis is refusing to accept what he's seen, but the truth is that Travis isn't simply taking a backseat in this situation. In fact, it seems that he's assisting Kourtney in establishing strict boundaries. But how did it get to this stage, you might be wondering. You see, the sisters' relationship wasn't always full of fire and brimstone. The drama continues because Kourtney has chosen to put her energy and tranquility first. It is Kardashian like never before, as Kim insists on taking for herself whatever her elder sister has.
It's just like it's stupid because it's the deeper thing that it's about. It's grabbing whatever's in the way. It's like such an abundance, so like an excess, like it's never enough. It's never like just okay to like not do something or turn something down because it doesn't make sense. She wasn't happy at my wedding. Everyone else was like, whoa, this is amazing. We're having the best time. She could never like give acknowledgement of like, whoa, this is so amazing.
Kourtney, seemingly hurt over her sister's collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana, has been the highlight of this season's Keeping Up with the Kardashians on Hulu. And maybe to the Skims founder, it doesn't seem like much, but doing it the same year your sister got married? That's such a cheap shot, and I can see why her admirers are accusing her of sending out envious signals. It truly does seem as though she can't see anyone else taking the lead. I don't know about you, but in a viral video of Kim trying to defend her acts, it seemed to me that she was trying to gaslight Kourtney into tolerating her behavior.
I got married in Italy. Am I saying you copied me by getting married in Italy? Who performed at my wedding? Andrea Bocelli. Who performed at Kourtney's wedding? Andrea Bocelli. You stole my wedding country and my wedding performer. Andrea Bocelli is my favorite male singer of all time, but I'm copying her Dolce Vita lifestyle.
First of all, try to imagine yourself as an Italian hearing this. What is my wedding country exactly? Yeah, everyone's been shocked by how absurd the comparison is. Kim allegedly copied her sister's wedding motif to undermine her sister's nuptials. But I suppose the most important query here is, did Kim cross the line this time? Is Kourtney being bullied, or is she just trying to get her way? Or is this just another instance of sibling conflict? And Kourtney didn't hold back when she came out swinging, accusing Kim of exploiting her wedding for her own gain. But don't be fooled, this conflict is not new. Ardent fans have highlighted that Kris's clear preference for Kim may have contributed to the tension in their relationship. Additionally, Kourtney's account of events is barely ever heard by her family, so it's understandable why she feels so misunderstood. It also doesn't help that Kim and Khloe appear to be working together against Kourtney and are extremely comfortable throwing fingers at her merely to agitate her before turning around and gaslighting her for reacting. You might be wondering why this is. The fact that Kourtney seems to be the only member of the family who, to put it politely, is natural, as is her unwavering confidence and appeal. She's the only member of her clan who's authentic, despite them being well recognized for their artistic augmentations.
I can't handle this anymore because everyone is dropping left and right from all these schedule changes. I need Kourtney to not be so annoying with the stick up her ass like she runs this because she doesn't. She's the least exciting to look at.
This is a fairly strong statement from Kim, and if Kourtney maintains her authenticity, which is what makes her the least attractive, then the Skims founder has a long way to go. And the fact that Khloe and Kris did nothing but stand there in her support rather than reprimanding her for escalating the conflict, yeah, you can understand why Kourtney thinks no one is looking out for her. I mean, I'm sure you can explain it better than wanting the schedule to accommodate your personal time while upsetting others, but no, Kim had to escalate the situation in her typical manner. Additionally, she does have a mouth on her for someone who can't resist the temptation of the cosmetic knife and spends countless hours editing her social media pics. Fans have embraced Kourtney's uniqueness, and Kim, the ever-hungry Kardashian, couldn't tolerate her sister's moment in the spotlight. Let me just say that the Skims founder doesn't waste any time reminding her sister that she gave her a career.
It's ridiculous for you to just not do that for me as a favor, because I've done so much for you. And for Scott to call me and say, you should buy her a pair of shoes.
I don't
to put
need
her
a pair of
character
shoes.
in the
I
game.
can buy my own
and I'm
shoes.
like, buy her a pair of shoes. All the I've done for her. I said to Scott, I'm not buying her a pair of shoes. I bought her a career.
If it's a favor, as Kim said, you'd think Kourtney turning down her request would go down well. Unfortunately, that's not the case for Kim, who occasionally behaves like a child who's never heard the word no. With Khloe at her side, they tried to provoke Kourtney by accusing her of being lazy and not putting her life on display like the rest of them are doing. Our job is being open and honest and sharing a lot of ourselves. And it just seems like for the past few years now, Kourtney hasn't really been open about her personal life on camera. So all the days that Kourtney isn't filming, Khloe and I are picking up the slack and having to share more. Because if we're not sharing our lives, then what is the show? Kourtney, in contrast to the rest of her family, isn't interested in living off all her life on camera to gain notoriety. She's repeatedly highlighted how different her beliefs are from those of her family members. She's made the decision to keep some aspects of her life private. This, however, doesn't sit well with the rest of the famous family, who think that revealing everything is what makes the show what it is. However, let's not forget that Kourtney used to share her entire life on the show as well. If you're a genuine fan of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you're aware that Kourtney has spoken up about her struggles, concerns, and if she decides now that she doesn't want to do that again, her family ought to at least attempt to come up with something agreeable to everyone concerned. However, Kim and Khloe aren't having it. Additionally, Kim went a step further by accusing Kourtney of being a terrible human being and a false humanitarian. Khloe has a talent for constantly stirring the pot and starting fights, but Kim took it to a new level.
And she's like, you're really a miserable human being and you keep not understanding the issue because you all of a sudden turn into such a humanitarian and talk about the world's issues, which you've not contributed 1 ounce to the world. So, you f***ing fake humanitarian hoe. I actually do for the world and you f***ing fake it all day long and act like, oh, there's people dying, Kim. And what the f*** are you doing about it? So shut the f*** up.
And if you thought the drama ended there, you're mistaken. The sisters' glaringly different personalities have had fans on the edge of their seats, and it's uncertain whether this will mark the end of the Kardashian sisterhood as we know it. Fans who recognize the emotional abuse and heavy gaslighting have taken notice of Kim's and Khloe's ongoing attempts to portray Kourtney in an unflattering light. The connection between the founder of Poosh and her sisters seems to have changed since she fell in love with Travis Barker, and Kim and Khloe are acting recklessly to ruin it. It was impossible to disguise the jealousy, and even fans could see that she was making a joke out of Travis and Kourtney's relationship with her chilling comments. According to sources, Travis had to put a line in the sand, telling Kim and Khloe to behave themselves or risk being permanently excluded from Kourtney's life. Kourtney herself has now corroborated this, stressing that her family now revolves around her husband and children. And it appears that I'm not the only one who agrees with this. Viewers have been supporting Travis and admitting that Kourtney's trip on the show has been tarnished by her family's poisonous antics. And it appears that Kourtney Kardashian's fans are overjoyed that she's now speaking up for herself. What do you think? Perhaps it's best if everyone in the family just moved on. Do you believe the Kardashian sisters can overcome their ongoing conflict, which seems to be getting worse and worse? Is this a fight that can be resolved with a therapist's help? Is Kim Kardashian's behavior towards Kourtney a case of sibling rivalry taken too far, or is there something deeper at play? Please let me know your thoughts and leave them in the comments section below.